In an already hot summer of tentpoles and franchises, this weekend sees some new additions to the multiplexes, with Disney's Maleficent and Universal's A Million Ways to Die in the West. The Angelina Jolie star has already opened to impressive Thursday night screening numbers, while the Seth MacFarlane-directed comedy, well, not so much. Deadline's master of all things box office, Anita Bush, joins me now to give us a glimpse on how this weekend is going to play out. So Anita, could this be the biggest opener of Angelina Jolie's career?
Well, it could be. I mean, it looks like it's tracking between 65 and 70 right now. It had a great Thursday night, $4.2 million. So it's on track for a pretty big opening.
But it seems to be a movie that's a little bit different from what the trailer is showing us and what the movie itself is about.
Oh, it's completely different. I think they did that to get some of the adult audience in. It's a little bit scary for kids, like younger kids. They're not sure they want to see it.
Angelina Jolie is not the only big name that's out in the box office this weekend. We also have Seth MacFarlane with A Million Ways to Die in the West. But I don't get the feeling from what the numbers were last night that this is going to be Ted 2.
No, I don't think this will be Ted 2 for Seth MacFarlane at all. I think he may end up at the end of the weekend wishing he had cast a very high-profile star in the lead instead of casting himself.
What is it looking like internationally for Maleficent?
Oh, they're doing great numbers overseas, as can be expected. She's had the highest opening of her career in the UK and some other markets.
So as the weekend plays out, how do you think these numbers are going to rise and fall, and where do you think things are going to be looking at towards the end?
Well, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's always a box office race. It's like a horse race. It's like ticker tape reporting, honestly. You see the numbers come in all day long, and then you know, at the end of the night, they have a pretty good idea of where it's going to end up. But then that can change with Saturday. Saturday is important for Maleficent.
I know you're there. Don't be afraid.
I am not afraid.
Then come out.
Then you'll be afraid.
You know, the box office this weekend is getting increasingly crowded because we had Godzilla open 2 weeks ago, X-Men Days of Future Past opened last week. Now we've got these two. Are they going to start cannibalizing each other?
You know, it's really interesting you would ask that, because if you look over the years and you look at how many pictures had a 4-day hold as #1 in the weekend, you see that shrinking more and more and more. I think the last one we had was Hunger Games in 2012. But, you know, when pictures had a little bit more time to play, they were able to enjoy a greater box office gross. We don't have that. It's very short attention span and move on to the next, and it's a shame, really, for a lot of these large pictures.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of attention span of people following your reporting over the weekend, Anita. Check back for more video news from the Deadline team. I'm Dominic Patton for Deadline Hollywood.